Welcome back again. In this video I'll use a 5/16 diameter drill to drill the 3/8 tapped holes prior to the tap operation. Once again I'll use copy to duplicate the spot drill operations and then modify the copied operations into the 5/16 drilling operation. Following the drilling, I'll tap the 4 3/8 holes. As before, I'll use copy to duplicate the 5/16 drilling operations just completed and then modify the copied operations into a tap operation. So let's get started. Over on the left in the Toolpath Manager, I'm going to right mouse click in the white space and then select Collapse. Now don't panic, the operations haven't been deleted. Next, I'm just going to click on the plus sign to the left of Toolpath Group 1 and there's our operations. What I'm going to do now is duplicate the spot drilling operation. That's the third operation. I'm going to right mouse click, hold, drag down and let go. From this menu I'm going to select Copy After. Next I'm going to move on up and click on the Move Insert arrow down one item, so the arrow's at the very bottom. Next I'm going to click on the plus sign just to the left of this 6th operation. I'm going to click on the Folders parameter for the 6th operation and I'm going to go back to the Toolpath Parameters page. Now we need to select a tool. I'm going to click on Select Library Tool and I'm going to scroll down and find a 5/16 drill. And there it is. Got it. We're done here. I'm going to click on the OK check mark. Few things to sort out here. First thing, feed rate. I'm going to change that to 15 inches a minute. The spindle speed, I'm going to crank that up to 4,500. Coolant's turned on, so everything's looking good here. Over to the next page, simple drill, no peck. What I'm going to do is open up the cycle and select peck drill. Now let's check out our depths. Clearance is check marked, it's in absolute, 2 inches, that's good. We've got a check mark against use clearance only at the start and end of operation, great. The retract values in absolute set at 0.6, that's good. The top of stock, I'm going to change that to 0.45. And for the depth, I'm going to input 0. I'm also going to check mark tip comp. Over on the right of the screen, the peck amount, I'm going to change that from 1 to 0.3. Next up, I'm going to go into tip comp, and the breakthrough amount, I'm going to change it from 10 thou to 0.1. Everything's looking good here. I'm going to pick OK. Nothing else to change here. I'm going to click OK one more time. Now as you can see, we've got a red check mark. I'm going to move on up and click on the icon to regen all dirty operations. So that's the drilling operation complete. Up next is the 3/8 UNC holes. Now on the left of the screen, the 6th operation, that's our drilling operation. I'm going to duplicate this, so I'm going to right mouse click over this folder, drag down and then select Copy After. I'm going to click on the Move Insert arrow down one item and everything's looking good. Before we move on, I'm going to click this minus sign just to collapse operation 6. Next up, for the 7th operation, I'm going to click on the Parameters folder and then move into Toolpath Parameters. What we need to do now is select a tap. I'm going to click on Select Library Tool and I'm going to scroll down and find a tap, 3/8 16. and there it is. Tap 3816. We're done here. I'm going to pick OK. Now I'm not going to make any changes to the feeds and speeds. They're controlled by the tap. The coolant, that's still on, so everything's looking good here. So over to the second page, PEC drill for retract. First up, I'm going to change from PEC drill and change the cycle to tap. Now the depths. Clearance is set to 2, it's an absolute, looks good. Use clearance only, going to leave that as is. The retract amount, 0.6 in absolute, good. Top of stock, I'm going to change that to 0.325. The depth, I'm going to change that to minus 0.2. And I'm also going to turn off the tip comp. Everything looks good here. I'm going to click on OK. Once again, we got that red check mark there. I'm going to move on up. Regen all dirty operations. Next up, I'm going to move up and file, and let's save what we've done. Now that completes this video. Thanks for watching.